Okay, phase coherent multi-track editing. I apologize if it sounds like I have a chorus effect. I don't know what's going on with my mic or my setup. I might need to reboot or anyways. Um, so in Studio One, there's this section about phase coherent multi-track editing or quantization. Sorry. The idea being that if say you have like a 4 mic drum kit, that's the example they use. You can basically just line up the phase of all the different mics, and you could do this with, doesn't have to be drums, it could be anything theoretically, right? So in my case, I have some vocals here I want to line up. The timing is a little questionable, and probably could be 16th triplets to be a little more accurate, but I'll just stick with eights for this. So I ended up, and according to the manual, it says that it processes manual bend markers the same. So the manual says you just have to group the tracks, drop in the markers as you would normally. That's my understanding of what the manual said. And then you just quantize it as you normally would. So in my case, I dropped the markers manually. I tried using I may have used a detection on this round that I did. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I used detection, and then I tried to delete like any extra ones because the detection wasn't accurate. So what I would expect here is I'm using the slice method, which is basically it should slice, like, for example, let's zoom in on here. What I want it to do is line up here, bring this guy back, and then line them up. But instead, I don't get it at all. Yeah. It looks like it's slicing here at this edge, and then it's tried to line up something, but it's not really clear. And the guides I have, just because I want to use this track as the guide. Now you may say, well, if you're using this track as a guide, you don't need bend markers on this track and this track. Just get the bend markers on this guy, and then quantize them. But that didn't work. So now if I go remove, I remove all the markers. So let's try this here. Now I could drop them like this, right? Like manually, then tab to transient. But that's not really accurate because in this case I'm using like it. These are all lined here, right? Because the tracks are grouped. So, I mean, what's going to happen here? I would guess nothing. Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. If I, let's try to remove this. If I ungroup the tracks, and let's just go on this guy. So let's say I drop the markers. I'll just do this section here manually. Now let's say I group these tracks. Test. And so I'm using Control G to group them. And let's say I leave the settings the same. And I'm using the slice mode. Time short doesn't matter because it's on follow. The tracks are on follow is what I mean here. So if I go apply, nothing. No, maybe I need to do that. Nothing, still nothing. So I'm not sure what the correct way to do this. I mean, I don't really like the transient detection. I feel like it's not accurate. So Oh, actually, let's try that again. I think I had ungrouped the tracks. Let's try that again. Yeah, still nothing. Now let's try, yeah, so let's try detecting these, and then let's just, now the question is, do I group the tracks first? Let's say I group them first. That's the very first thing I do. Analyze. Bring back the threshold. So it's like that. Guides all three, I guess. Still nothing. Let's see if I... Nothing. And these tracks are grouped. So, yeah, I don't think this works as it should. Now, I'm on 664. If someone could test this in 7, would be great. Because there's a few other fixes, I think, with bouncing. So, bouncing to new track. Was missing pan automation. Transform to rendered audio is missing pan automation. So those are things that I want, and I will upgrade to 7.2.3 or whatever the latest thing is if that stuff works. But if anyone can confirm, would be great. Thanks. Oh yeah, so the way I get around this is I just tab to transient every track individually and then slice quantize it individually. I mean, I don't like timing like this because it's too perfect, but in case anyone's curious, that's what I end up doing. So I won't group these, I'll just manually go through tab, and it's okay, you know. I'm trying to hopefully treat my DAW more like tape, so, you know, back in the day, you just got to get your takes right. So it would be nice if I could have this feature. It would save some time. But in absence of that, I don't have a problem brute forcing. It's just not very convenient. And it's an advertised feature. So, anyways, I go now.